The housing market is not collapsing. And more importantly, while some real estate deals always cancel, there's no extraordinary number they're canceling today. You're being misled. I'm Bill Gross, the LA Probate expert. This is my weekly real estate review. You know, one of my favorite sources of real estate information and personal finance has been Graham Stephan. He was a full-time real estate agent. He's moved to Las Vegas, become a bit of a YouTube influencer focused in personal finance and real estate. And I really enjoy him a lot. But I saw him recently on an interview with Patrick Bet-David on the Valuetainment channel. Actually, he was interviewing Patrick. And he admitted that his to get attention, he has to resort to clickbait. And as a consumer, you need to know that most commonly, the headlines are meant to get you to click into an article that has nothing to do with reality. And it's entertaining and it's interesting, but often will give you misleading information. And when you see all the channels pitching, the housing market is collapsing, you might believe it's true, but even they don't believe that. Let's take a little deep dive into what's going on here. Here's Graham's channel. He's really one of my heroes in a sense. Did a great job, very entertaining, very nice guy. He has almost 4 million subscribers. And this is the latest YouTube video that I'm referring to. It has got over 471,000 views. That's an incredible amount of people who've watched this. And it says it started. Not it's starting, not it's going to start. It started. The housing market is collapsing. So he's telling you the housing market has started already and it is collapsing. And he has this classic sad face with a sign saying for sale broke. Now, you'll notice the first thing in the description is that, actually it changed. He changed it from when he first launched it. Okay, so that's his YouTube channel. But when you watch the video, and he goes into the details and has a transcription of it, you're going to find that there's different predictions of the housing market for next year, from maybe a low of 4% to a high of 8 or 9 or 10%. He goes with the lower number that Zillow has at 4%. They're projecting home growth. And in fact, they just lowered it to 2.4% over the next 12 months. They had 4% previously. I think most economists are between 8 and 2.4. In the middle might be 4%. And so he's saying that that's a collapse. Now think about it. Have you ever had anything collapse that went up by 2.4% or 4% or 8% a year? No, that's not a collapse. That would be slowing down of an increase. And it's an exaggeration overall. But what he's saying basically, and I made a chart of this. If you buy a house for $500,000 and it goes up 4% a year over the next few years, at the end of 2026, it's worth $584,000. If instead you took that $500,000 and if you could get an 8% return, at the same time period, it'd be worth $680,000. Now, a couple differences here. Number one, the house you either live in or get rent. If you buy bonds or stocks, something at 8%, you don't get any other benefit other than owning it. But one of the benefits of real estate is you get the benefit of the real estate. You get to live there. Or if you don't live there, you get to collect the rents on the property. Second, real estate has other tax advantages. If it's a rental property, you get depreciation. If it's a purchase, you use a loan, you may get some write-offs on your loan. And also, you don't pay any tax on the profits until the end. And then typically, you can roll over your profits into another house. And that's tax advice. Talk to your accountant. But real estate has some tremendous tax advantages that stocks and bonds don't. That's why it's been such a great accumulator of wealth. So here you're saying if you could guarantee, you might come up with $100,000 more. But of course, if you made taxes on that $180,000 profit, you might pay, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50% or more. As tax rates go up, you'd actually end up behind where you'd be owning the house. So the concern about housing is not keeping up inflation is not good. It's not that bad. But more importantly, it's not housing prices collapsing. Remember, his headline was housing prices, it started, the housing market is collapsing. That's clearly not true. The other offender this week of bad headlines is MarketWatch. They say it's a remarkably uncertain time. I'm not sure what that means. That's the Redfin CEO. Now, it might be for him, uncertain. He says deals under contract are being canceled. Well, it sounds bad. But how many deals are being canceled? Are they all being canceled? And so what's funny is I hear this back from customers telling me, oh, everybody's canceling their deals. No, that's not true. I've got deals, literally a deal that on Friday, the buyer waived contingencies. We're going towards closing. So it's not true that all deals are canceling. How many are? Well, a quick search turns out the numbers. In June, the numbers he's concerned about, about 16% canceled, according to Redfin. A year ago, it was 12.5%. So the cancellation rate went from 12.5 to 16. Traditionally, it's been about 17, 18%. During the pandemic period, it dropped, and now we're going back to more pre-pandemic norms. So this screaming headline is remarkably uncertain. If you want to say, well, maybe we're just going back to the way the market was pre-pandemic, and deals canceling, to me, is not just a bit of exaggeration. It's meant to scare you to click on the article and then turn to their advertisers for insurance, for E-Trade, for other things that they're going to sell you as a customer on the website. So at the end of the day, what to do? And I tell people all the time, you do what's best for you. If you can afford to buy a house, you want to raise your family in an area, you can afford the payment, you can lock in a good rate, why not live there? It may only go up 4% per year, but you're living there. You have the benefit of the community you're in, of the schools for your kids, of the house that you're going to buy. Or if it's a real estate investment, if it pencils out, it pencils out. And the appreciation is extra bonus at the end. But if you buy a property that gives you a reasonable rate of return today, and on top of that, you get an extra 4% return per year over time, to me, that sounds like a great investment. Or if you're going to sell, it's a good time to sell. There's buyers out there. It's still a very competitive market for buyers, not like it was during the pandemic, but like it was pre-pandemic. So do what's best for you. So at the end of the day, be careful what you read. If you have questions, call, text, or email me if I can help in any way at all. I'm Bill Gross, the LA Probate Expert. And as always, make today your best day ever. Thanks so much.